So it's a foggy old day. I'm on Empire Circuit in Yarralumla. That's the mosque up there. Just going to take a quick walk down Malaysian High Commission on that side. I'll take a walk down here to the lake. We go all the way through. And that Sterling Park up there runs through over near the YMCA Yacht Sailing Club. So the Malaysians have been there for as long as I can remember. Mexico's up here on the right. It's you won't be able to see this, but that's Parliament House down there. The pyramid-shaped flagpole. It's American Embassy on the right, South African on the left. Ultimately, when you go down that road, Perth Avenue. An ambassador, 01 number plate. Don't know who. Lots of embassies in this area. The Indonesians are around here. I think behind me are the Irish and the Dutch and the Japanese and the Thais and the Koreans. I think the Finns are down the end here. Sort of Scandinavian countries with their embassies here. You can hear some banging. A moment ago I could hear some kookaburras out and about. So it's a bit of a diplomatic enclave here in Yarralumla, zoned that way. Might take a stroll around the corner just a little bit. Another ambassador. Well, his car at least. Flag's not up. Perhaps the flag's only used for official visits. You know, going to visit some minister or something like that. They couldn't do that often. When I used to do that kind of thing, the flag would be up all the time when the ambassador was in the car. Okay, so there's a bit of a pathway that goes through. It's just so foggy, it's unbelievable. Probably end up coming back that way. Battery looks good. Yeah, so I saw that guy earlier. The guy behind me there. A lot earlier. 20 minutes ago. Interesting. Yeah, so I think that building over there, the glass one, has two Nordic countries in it. From recollection, Estonia, Finland, co-located, quite Nordic, I suppose, Estonia. That's going to take a wander down this path. So up there's Indonesia. I think Brazil and Singapore are up over this rise. Sterling Park. We're heading through to Alexandrina Drive. We're sort of walking roughly northerly, on the south side of the lake, of course, in Yarralumla. I don't think we're going to see much today. This area here could be used for something. Nothing happening. It's a big wide open area. It's probably, I don't know, 300 metres in to the next road. I'm curling around a bit. I can't say I've ever been on this path before. Used to take the other one, the one that had the vehicle access. Used to be a bit of a wasteland down there in the 70s. Dump stuff, all that jazz. Right. Consistent hammering sound ahead. I wonder what that's all about. I didn't know we'd pop out here. This is the Yacht Club. Gosh, I imagined that road would have popped out somewhere much further west. This little path. Anyway, here we go, Canberra Yacht Club. I've not had a boat down here for 15 years. Coincided almost exactly with my wedding. Some things had to go, the boat went. Geez, it cost a lot of money down here. 18, 20 years ago, it was costing $700 a year to park your boat down here. Good club though. It's now run by the food and beverage side of it is basically run by the Southern Cross Club, big Catholic club in Canberra. People parking here. Little tip: there's unregulated parking in this area. $13 or $14 a day to park up at the around the government offices. This guy's got to work there. He's got a skateboard parked here, skateboard in, saving himself $70 or $80 a week. Pays for that skateboard pretty fast. Pay for itself in a month. No, maybe two. What's a skateboard like that worth? Maybe $1,000, so pay for it in 3 months. A scooter would do the job though, wouldn't it? Public toilets. Some work going on here. Okay, doing a bit of work. This used to be where the catamarans were parked. Probably going back a long time now. So this is an outrage. Government's got to do something about these people parking here. Not that I want to make life difficult for people who want to save money and not pay for parking, but you just can't have people piled up like this. Fog's starting to lift a bit. It's not as thick as it was earlier. Canberra Yacht Club. I don't know, it's the more social, more you know, sort of bigger boat yacht club, if you like. Although basically now, I mean, there's the actual part that deals with sailing here is pretty small. The upstairs club part, bit of the venue is not run by the sailors. It's a great fish and chip place around the other side. Boats everywhere. What's this thing here? 505 or something like that. Yeah, looks like it. Lasers. Heaps of crap they are. Small dinghies for training. I don't even know what that type is. Lots of lasers. When I was here, the early days, it was just flying 15s galore. There's a whole line of them here. Just to make fun of people who sailed flying 15s at keelboat. It tended to be an old dude's boat. Right. That's the museum. It's less fog over there. Looking north towards the city. Museum looks like an upturned ship. Museum on the side of the old hospital. When the implosion happened back in '97, I was just behind that sailing control tower, and the deaths that happened were way over there, just before the bridge, just before the access, the pathway that heads up to the bridge on the southern side. It's a story for another day. It's absolutely tragic. But none of us knew what was going on. I mean, I was over there, just near those trees there, and there were bits of rubble, bits of brick. Like, you could see that there were 10 or 15 bricks all still stuck together, just piling into the lake. People, boats tipping over. It's a one-legged seagull. There he is. Now hop along, there you go. Yes, so yacht club on a weekend afternoon in the summer. This place is absolutely packed with people who have nothing to do with sailing. Must drive the sailors up the wall, but the place is being utilised. There's a fish and chip place down the bottom there. Quite something. So here we go. The lake. Going to head back. Along a different pathway this time. I guess, you know, there's green algae down there, nice. Oh yeah, it's cold. It's about 2 or 3 degrees. Seagull's interesting. We're a long way from the ocean. Oh, maybe 120 kilometres, maybe. But they're everywhere. Saw an enormous rat here once. Fuckers. So the old crane for lifting flying 15s, bit of a remnant from the past. We've got a couple of good sized cranes on the other side. So I've got a yard here, a locked yard, which is good, full of the trailer sailors. There's probably, I don't know, 150 of them in there. Some of them are worth quite a lot of money. That was always the worry when you were down here. Someone would come and rip your shackles off, or your bits and pieces of rope, whatever that you've got exposed. Never happened to me. So I guess you could have a scooter to get yourself closer to the offices, which are to our east. I'm heading south at the moment, roughly. Alexandria Drive. A little bit further around we'll get to the a better pathway. I know this road pretty well because sometimes I have to go and pick my boat up with a trailer. Stuck in a different part of the lake, no wind, can't get back, night falls, police go home, that type of thing. And pulling it around with a mast up, just want to make sure that you haven't got any power lines there. Well, that is a 3P. What does that mean? It's a 3-hour parking, I wonder. I don't know. There's been plans, there's been talk about using some of the land down here as a new residence for the Prime Minister. There's been quite a bit of resistance to that. I think no one wants to be seen to be building themselves a new palace. So it seems the current, very old and unsuitable from an entertainment point of view lodge will remain. And it really was. The lodge over in Deakin was really meant to be temporary. You can't really house that many people there. Dinners are pretty small. So they tend to use the Parliament House dining hall for big state dinners as a result. But down here on the lake, that would be quite a good use of the land, I think, because at the moment it's just grass. Just quickly, actually you do take your life in your own hands on this road. It's not very safe. You get well off it. Here we go. A little bit further. Okay. Let's check the time. Oof. You get going. Got 5 minutes away. So I would have expected to see more people using the bike path. One or two so far. But there's another one. This is peak hour. Gosh, it's not easy walking along here. quite uneven. Yeah, so hopefully we don't find a whole lot of dumped rubbish in here. Remember when I was a kid, there were massive piles of it. Never quite know what it is either around here. Okay, let's keep going. Oh yeah, a scooter. I'm not a fan. Well, not yet. Haven't used one. Maybe I will be once I use one. This is the pathway. The one that you used to be able to drive on back in the day. That we did drive on before all these copper's log barriers went up everywhere. I remember people doing burnouts and carrying on down here. Right, it's about 200 odd metres. All native here. Yeah, but this bit of land down here, it's just wide open. You know, the greenies can't say there's any kind of conservation value for it. I'd allow a big, you know, country to build an embassy down here. Just near the yacht club, the Chinese have got a residential compound and an embassy, 2 separate blocks. Very, very good location. There's no reason why this area couldn't be better utilised. This has changed a lot. Looks pretty nice. Bunch of rocks. Yeah, Stirling Ridge. I'd use it for development. Guys running the place. There's stacks of the Singaporean and the Brazilian embassies up high on the road to our left. You can't see them, not really. Or, you know, you just catch glimpses of them as you're riding around or sailing around, but they're pretty well hidden. We would not want to go into that lot during summer. Not at all. Okay. Here. Not very clear. Some sort of a pine, it would seem. There's a couple. There's an old pine there. That's on its way out. There's 2 of them, I think. We're just holding on. Let's get going. Need to make tracks. I'm late again. That's all right. climb the hill, and we're there. I think Mexico would be likely to be covering a number of Pacific countries from here. That looks like a big embassy. I'd say they don't have an operation in New Zealand. They're running their activities there. Maybe Fiji, another one that they think's important. Mexico's a, an APEC country.